Welcome back everyone, this is GTA Failer. In this walking tour video we tackle the red light district. The red light district is a pretty small rectangle and it starts essentially at its southern border of this road that I'm looking down with the Meouch Sex Kitten straight ahead. So if I go just a tiny bit south you can see we're in Chinatown, and then we cross over here to red light district, which continues over to the waterfront here, and we'll just take a drive around this rectangle. So going along the southern border here, this is all red light district to my right and left. But then when we get to the end of this road up here, if I bear right, then we should see Chinatown come into play. And if I come up this way, then we're in St. Mark's. So that's not what we want. So like I said, the southern border is this road that I came down over here. And then this is all red light district until we get to what is going to appear to be like just kind of a generic, like nothing separating Hepburn Heights from red light district. It's right around here. But what it actually is the continuation of a road that I can't quite get to here. Let's get back into red light this way. And I'll show you the northern road. It's actually this road coming up here on my left. So as soon as we cross this road here coming on my left, we will leave red light and enter Hepburn Heights. So St. Mark's is basically, just like this road right here, but then continuing all the way to that main north-south road with the 4 lanes. Okay, so let's read a tiny bit. Well, let's get out of the officer's way. We're law-abiding GTA failers. Okay, so let's read a tiny bit here from the wiki about the red light district. So this is a district in GTA 3 and Advance and LCS, and appears briefly in San Andreas in the short film The Introduction. In GTA Advance, it's simply called Red Light. It's bordered to the north by Hepburn Heights behind me, St. Mark's to the east, Chinatown to the south, and an unspecified body of water to the west. Okay, pretty good. As implied, the red light district is the red light district of Liberty City, housing much of the city's seedy business, including strip clubs, pornography stores, and prostitution. It's based on The Block in Baltimore and 42nd Street in New York during the 1970s and 80s. The district's pedestrians are characterized by a large proportion of prostitutes and is the only area where pimps, easily spotted by their purple jackets and hats, can be found. The district is busy during all 24 hours of the day, although the player sees pimps and hookers more at night. Shooting pimps has no effect on whether or not the prostitutes are emancipated from Luigi Gattarelli's control or not. The decor is known for its adult businesses, but the western and eastern edges of the district do not appear to share this characteristic. They are more generic. Okay, pretty good. Let's start walking around. What do you say? Okay, let's jump in with the, oops, didn't really mean to steal this one. That's my fault. Oh, don't hit me. Don't hit me, I'm gonna steal it again. Okay, so let's begin with the kind of heaviest business section of red light right over here. So again, I don't want to go too far. I don't want to enter into Chinatown proper. So as soon as we pass this road here on my right, we enter Chinatown. All right, so let's get out. I'm going to look at this fabricate now, even though it's technically Chinatown, but there isn't anything to say about it because we talked about this in the St. Mark's video. All right, here's a new business for us, Capitali. Oh, and up above is just like generic apartment buildings as far as the eye can see. Okay, Capitali, wholesale and retail, and this whole area here, well, just a short section is under construction. You can see the scaffolding above me. Okay, so let's learn about Capitali. Okay, so from the wiki, the 3 branches of Capitali only appear in GTA 3. One is here in Red Light, another in Fort Staunton, and the final one in Belleville Park. The store's windows show they have an extra 10% discount on lingerie. Well, that's a good deal, while they're selling other products up to 50%. Where's that sign? I don't see that anywhere. Oh, here it is. Lingerie, extra 10% off. Sale up to 50% off. Excellent. And then another one here. Wonderful. Okay, perfect. So that's Capitali. Moving on to Roadway Foods, 351 is the address, the street number. Free delivery, fax, and telephone, but no numbers there. That's not very helpful. From the wiki, this is the only instance of Roadway Foods in this or any other game. The store offers free delivery of various foods such as pizza, deli, grocery, hot foods. The storefront implies a grand opening, therefore the store opened around October 2001, which is the timeline of this game right here. Yeah, okay, so we can see there, it's kind of weird that this is mirror image, like the neon sign should be facing out, no, instead of facing in. But I can kind of read the bottom. It says pizza, deli. I don't know what the other stuff says. Not sure. Okay, pizza, deli, grocery, hot food, grand opening, sushi, Japanese restaurant. Okay, good to know. Oh, it says Roadway Fancy Pizza Deli. Roadway Fancy Pizza Deli. All right, and it's Roadway Foods. Outstanding. Okay, Freeman Coated Fabric Core, Sealant Trading Core. Not too much detail in the windows. Sorry for the jump cut here. I messed up my recording just a little bit. Reading from the wiki, Freeman Coated Fabric Core is a fabric business in GTA 3 only. This is the only branch, and in Liberty City Stories, this store is absent. This business is based on the real-life business with the same name and appearance, located on 445 Exterior Street in the Bronx, New York. Pretty cool. Okay, and then we've already seen the Steps Clothing Company. And next up is a big one. This is ammunition. So go in and buy a weapon. I'd love to, but you are currently out of stock of everything. I just want to buy all of the things. Why can't I buy all of the things? Okay, so we'll head behind the ammunition. Technically, we're in St. Mark's now, but clearly this target practice is intended for the ammunition. What did Big Smoke say when he was doing this target practice? I'm the best there ever was. That's what I say. Beautiful. Okay, so we won't read too much about the ammunition here because I've talked about it in other videos or coming videos, but here's an ad from a different GTA game. It says, manufacturer of weapons and reasons to own weapons, ammunition has zealously defended arms profiteering for over 50 years. All right, something to be proud of. It's a chain of gun shops in the GTA series featured in all 3D Universe games and Chinatown Wars and GTA 5 and GTA Online. Yeah, so it plays a big role in a bunch of missions and stuff, but I don't think I need to read all of this. We talked a bunch about GTA in this series already. Okay, moving right along, dry cleaning same-day service. We've already seen this in St. Mark's, a lot of dry cleaning places here. We saw Classic Nails already. We saw Hand Pen in St. Mark's as well. What does this say? Metropolitan, Cafe Metropolitan, which we also have talked about in St. Mark's. And then another Steps Clothing Company, every item $10. Okay, cool. And then just for thoroughness, we'll head down this way. Did we talk about Citibank and Bank of Liberty in the last video? I don't think that we did. Let's talk about them now. Okay, so let's read from the wiki. Citibank is a bank in GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories. One of the bank's branches is here in Red Light and another is in Chinatown. We'll see that in another video. The name is a possible parody of the real-life Citibank, C-I-T-I Bank. And so it's quite strange for me to see this Citibank here, but then right next to it, Bank of Liberty. I think those are two competing chains, right? Two competing banks. So here's the Citibank ATMs, kind of a nice little touch. The signs sticking out, two ATMs there. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's read about the Bank of Liberty from the wiki. It's a bank chain located in both the 3D and HD universes. The player can buy stocks of them in GTA 5. Here's a description of the company from the GTA 5 Stock Exchange. Multinational banking corporation that made billions out of bankrupting the American people, went bankrupt themselves, then got the American people to bail them out. Classy. Okay, so in GTA 3, there's a Bank of Liberty ATMs located around the city, and they have branches in the main drag of Chinatown and another one over at Belleville. But what about this? I don't understand. Like, what? It's just weird. Like, is it Citibank or is it Bank of Liberty? Because I don't think they're the same. I don't think they're run by the same company. Okay, so now we are out of whatchamacallit, Red Light. So let's get back into Red Light and continue our tour. So Red Light does have a little bit of this kind of green grassy area that continues up there north to Hepburn Heights. And we'll stay here in Red Light. Nice little walking path down here, although I've driven my car on there plenty of times in this game. Okay, continuing up this way. Let's see, no, let's get back to the main road. All right, so continuing over here, we've got a nice little cut through this way. I guess I don't really use this one too often. There's plenty of other cut throughs around. Not sure what this kind of structure is here. There's a door. Maybe we can get in there when we have our collision-free taxi. For sale, 555-85374. Why are there so many digits in that phone number? A1 Property. So I didn't find anything on the wiki about A1 property. Another nice little cut through right here. I use this one a bunch. Let's continue on this road as we head south and head towards Chinatown. Okay, Rush Construction Company. Let's take a look at the wiki for that one. Okay, Rush Construction Company is featured in GTA 3, developing a building in the red light district. And then it says there's a stereotype of many construction companies who do shoddy construction by rushing through their projects in order to meet deadlines or move on to the next project that brings revenue in. So Rush Construction Company is sort of a parody on that. And of course, there's a hidden package inside. Here it is. Yeah, I've already talked about this hidden package before. Hello, officer. Somebody should fix this window. It's a hazard. Okay, and then I think that's about it. Just there's the Rush Construction Company sign up there, and lots of scaffolding and stuff. So I guess they're actively just about done with this building, but still actively working on it. All right, and if we go too far south, we enter Chinatown, which is not for this video. So let's tackle. Let's see here. So we've got scaffolding here, more Rush Construction signs. Yep, all good. And then what does this say up here? Oakdale. And then you can, again, call a phone number with one digit too many. What is that? I don't understand. Why? Is this like British Rockstar employees not understanding how many digits American phone numbers have? Okay, but anyway, you call that phone number to see if you can rent or sublet, be a subletter for this apartment building here. Lots of lights on. Cool. Okay, let's get back to the southernmost part of red light. And now we'll tackle this side of the street here. Yo Ma's frozen fishy fingers factory. Man, that's a mouthful. Okay, let's take a look at the wiki for this one here. So from the wiki, reading a quote, which is found on the side of some mules, because people love the fishy smell of Yo Ma's frozen fish products. That feels insulting. Okay, it's a frozen food factory appearing in GTA 3 and San Andreas briefly in the introduction and Liberty City Stories, and was mentioned in GTA Advanced. It's located just the one branch right here. It's been in operation since 1992, and they have vans throughout the city making deliveries. The factory is located right next to the underground train station. So we'll talk about the train station in the Chinatown video. Moving on, what is this? Video. Are these like Disney Pixar videos? I sort of get the sense that maybe they aren't. Clearance sale, 25 cents. It's really hard to read the stuff that's in this window here. 3 for $10. Martial arts and karate movies. Okay, all right, so not all adult themed like I was concerned. 25-cent DVD. And then more martial arts and karate. Okay, cool. From the wiki, this is a video rental business in GTA 3 and Advance, where it's called simply Video, and also in Definitive Edition of GTA 3, where it's called Adult Video, and also in Liberty City Stories and Manhunt, another Rockstar game. It has stores across Liberty City, including here in the Red Light District, and also in Chinatown, and also over in Bedford, and finally in Ghost Town. The business is based on the real-life business with the same name, located on 727 6th Avenue, New York. Okay, moving right along. Looks like more apartment buildings here. Everything above the stores looks like apartments. Did I just get run over? Are you kidding me? Who did that? Okay, and now we get to a business that is one of the kind of taxi stops, the Meowch Sex Kitten store. So we'll read about it. But I only recently realized that it's like how to pronounce the word. Like I would pronounce it like Meowch, but I didn't get it. But it's supposed to be a parody. Obviously, it's a cat thing. And you can actually see the cat, which is taking the place of the O right here. But it's a play on words, right? Like meow is the sound cat makes, and this is meowch. I guess giving it a little bit of spice. Meowch Sex Kitten. Okay, so it's got the empty. What is this thing called? The place where they list the movies or the actors or whatever. I forget what the white stuff is called. Double none fun all the way in dirty habits. Come all ye faithful. Goodness gracious. Header, lather, good fun in Twin Tub 2 every hour. Ready? Can I go up here? I can. Never been here before. Okay, she loved to be TA, and then I don't know what the other stuff says. Probably inappropriate. Oh, here's the rest of the sign. Okay, Meowch Sex Kitten. What does that say? We cater for all tastes. I bet you do. She'd love to be taken up a dark alley. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, let's risk my reputation and see what the wiki has to say about this establishment. Okay, the Meowch Sex Kitten Club is a strip club that appears in GTA 3 and LCS and is briefly mentioned in the introduction in San Andreas. This is the only branch of this club, and like I said, Taxi Drop-Off has a location right in front of this club. The name Meowch implies someone saying ouch during sexual intercourse, most notably when sexual penetration is occurring. Righto. Okay, let's move on and pretend we never talked about that. All right, tattoo and body piercing. Buy 5 cigars, get 1 free. Phone cards 10% off. Cigar ATM. Man, this shop has it all. Everything you could possibly want. Okay, so this tattoo parlor is featured in GTA 3 and LCS. This is the only branch. And then the sign that we just read there, buy 5 cigars, get 1 free. Okay, moving right along. Looks like apartments. Oh, I'm so curious. What's down there? They give me like stairs and stuff that I can't get to. What if it's really interesting back there? Okay, apartment buildings. You can see here the nice kind of piped off like the security feature they have on these first floor windows here because it's kind of dangerous. This is seedy. All right, cool. And what's up here? Oily Johnny's Massage Parlor. Goodness gracious. So this is kind of technically in both Chinatown and Red Light, maybe? Okay, this massage parlor was apparently formerly known as Oil Be Back Massage, like the Terminator Arnold Schwarzenegger line. I'll be back. Oil Be Back Massage. It's run by Oily Johnny. Wait, he's a character? He has a page? Are you kidding me? He's a character with a store sign in GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories, but he, oh, yeah, it looks like he doesn't make an appearance anywhere. Not to be mistaken for Johnny, a main character in GTA Advance. Okay. Right, so it appears here in GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories and briefly in the introduction to San Andreas. The name is another crude sexual reference by Rockstar, as the name Oily Johnny could be a reference to a penis with lube on it. Oh, goodness. The place is in the same spot as Johnny's Bar in GTA Advance, but it's unlikely that the two are the same person due to his different type of business. In Liberty City Stories, the business is called Oil Be Back Massage, which is an obvious reference to T-800's line, I'll be back from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Okay, moving right along. Red Light goes all the way here to this promenade facing the west. Nice views of Staunton. We got the sunset over here. Wonderful. Okay, let's continue working our way now to the north. And just before I forget, I want to mention that there is a bribe star, which we've obviously seen before, but you jump off this ramp and maybe get a unique jump credit and then land on the bribe star, which is right on top of the subway tracks, basically directly over Claude's head right now. You can see it spinning up there. Okay, so let's tackle this block right here. So starting with XXX Mags by Daily Spurt, you bet. So this mission, sorry, this business here is featured in one of the missions for El Burro. I forget what it's called. You gotta drive around and like collect a bunch of magazines. This perennial is fixed. There's a heart location right here. Let's just finish this short block running all the way around. Looks like apartment buildings. Got the fire escapes there. Okay, so let's read about this business here. Okay, this is an adult magazine store only in GTA 3. This is the only branch. The store is owned by El Burro, a leader of the Diablo Street Gang. The store is known to sell Donkey Does Dallas Volumes 1, 2, and 3. In Big and Veiny, that's the name of the El Burro mission. We have to bring a van back here after doing some stuff. And afterwards, unknown men appear outside during the brief cutscene after delivering the van to XXX Mags. These could be detectives or potential clients. I never thought of them as detectives. I thought they were just creepy old guys in their identical trench coats and hats and sunglasses. The only time you see those guys is right at the end of this mission, Big and Veiny. Okay, cool. And like I mentioned, fixed perennial right there with some more backs of apartment buildings here. Okay, let's continue going around this way. So in this alley, there's a rampage to our right. There it is. Which one is this? Is this the M16 one where you got to kill Diablos? I think it is. I think that's the one that I take all the way to the north. Not, yeah, wait, yeah, Diablos. And then up here, we have a hidden package right there. Nice view of the street right over here. So the Meowch Sex Kitten is kind of straight ahead through this building here, and the Luigi's Club. And then another street right behind us. There's the L train. And then this billboard thing, I can kind of barely see it there. We'll look at it when we get down on the road level. Okay, cool. So continuing to circle this building. Doesn't look like there's much else going on, and this is the alley we talked about before. Okay, let's take a look here. Another sorry, two videos. Store, there was another one just south of us. And then LC, like I guess that's a phone company maybe, and then cut, like a haircut business. Okay, and then continuing to circle this to our left here, 24-hour orgy and free buffet in Woody's Topless Bar. All right, so even though it looks open, I can't go in there. What does that say? Same thing, 24-hour orgy and free buffet. Okay, again, I am reluctant, but I'm going to read about Woody's Topless Bar for the sake of completeness. It's a strip club and bar located in Red Light in GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories and San Andreas. It's been in Red Light since at least 1992, as it makes a brief cameo in the introduction in San Andreas in a scene where CJ is attempting to carjack. The bar is one of the destinations that pedestrians go during taxi. The bar is inaccessible to the player, but the roof can be used as a vantage point in Sayonara Salvatore. Signage suggests it offers 24-hour orgies and a free buffet. What do you mean suggests? That's exactly what it says. The name of the bar likely derives from the term wood, a slang term for an erection. However, its name appears to be most likely derived from the signage of the building being made of wood. The signage of the building? Oh, I see. Like the... yeah, like this Woody's Topless Bar sign looks like it's made of very long planks. Woody, wood. Cool. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I was worried it would be. More apartments here. And then Fluffy Pillows Erotic Pole Dancing Club. It just keeps getting worse here, folks. Trying to make this kid friendly. I guess that's not a realistic goal for a series about GTA 3. Okay, let's take another questionable look at the wiki. Fluffy Pillows is a pole dancing club. This is the only branch of it. It appears in GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories. The name refers to breasts. Super. Okay, so I think that we're good here. So let's now continue going this direction. Actually, let's start on the back side. I think it'll be less to talk about up here. Okay, so this doesn't look like apartment buildings. I know that you know, like Luigi's Club is over here. Sex club. But I don't know what this building is here. Definitely not apartments, right? It's got more of a commercial look here with the stuff coming out of the grate here, and then these two big structures on the top. Okay, and let's see, jazz live at something. Hard for me to read that. And then dance club, and then live, and then another jazz sign. Okay, continuing along. Oh, I never read any of these street signs. What does it say? Private property, vehicles left overnight will be towed at owner's expense. What private property? I mean, like, you can't park on the street, obviously. It's a one-lane road. That doesn't seem like a realistic New York City sign right there. Okay, continuing around here, this, let's see, Semtex Electronics, employees only keep out, and then same four signs we saw just around the corner. Okay, let's take a look at Semtex Electronics. It's an electronics store in GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories. The name comes from Semtex, S-E-M-T-E-X, which is a component in C4 explosives. Semtex. All right, continuing around here, we've got some scaffolding, maybe another apartment building, small little alley that goes nowhere. And then more apartment buildings. What does it say here? Short stay rooms by the by the hour. Gosh. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is the seediest district for sure. Okay, the Short Stay Hotel is a hotel business found in GTA 3 and LCS and makes a cameo in San Andreas. This is the only branch. A parked perennial can be found in the alley behind the building. I guess we saw that. The signage claims the hotel has rooms by the hour. The hotel makes a minor appearance in San Andreas when Carl is walking down the hotel's alleyway, and he passes a random man and pulls a gun. Okay, good to know. Rooms by the hour. You know, if you just need like a quick cat nap, that's it. That's what their clientele is looking for. Okay, what does it say? Fellas, members only, please enter through rear entrance. Come on, Rockstar, you're better than that. You don't have to take every opportunity to make these references. Okay, so let's take a look at Fellas. Members only club in GTA 3. The phrase please enter through the rear entrance appears to be a sexual innuendo left by Rockstar. Yeah, you think? All right, continuing on, the Glenwood Drugstore. All right, finally, we get something that seems like reasonable. It's funny. So, like, I look for this this red sign when I'm looking for my safe house, which is right here on Portland, but I've never actually read the sign. I just looked for the big red block. I had no idea it was a drugstore that it was advertising. Okay, let's see if Glenwood has a page. Of course it does. Let's see, it's in GTA 3 and LCS, directly north and next door to the safe house. And that's all there is to say about it. Okay, fair enough. So we've already explored the safe house. Nothing else to do here, just taking a quick look around. Is this, I guess this is for the drugstore? Like, is this where the trucks like back up and like drop off their stuff here? Trucks delivering things to the drugstore. Okay, Eddie's Used Boiler Supply Co. Inc. New and used what does it say? R-E-B. Really hard for me to make this out. And there's the phone number, plumbing, electrical, and then something. Yeah, tough to see. Let's see if Eddie's warrants a page on the wiki. He does. Eddie's Used Boiler Supply Company is a business in GTA 3 and Vice City. Claude uses Eddie's as a safe house. Got it. In Vice City, the business is not seen in-game, but there is an advert seen at the dirt track in Vice Point. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Eddie, for letting us use your space. All right, and just continuing to look around here. Let's see, there's a door up here. Okay, and then we'll head down this way, avoiding the adrenaline pill, but there's an adrenaline pickup and a hard pickup there, and also the bat, obviously, right there. Okay, another entrance to nowhere. Okay, cool. Another sign for Eddie's. Still quite hard for me to read that sign. Okay, and then the Bowler's Fist specialists in giant pints. The Bowler's Fist. I have a bad feeling about that phrase. Okay, let's see what the wiki thinks about this business. It's the only something or other instance of this business. The bar's slogan is specialists in giant pints. In 1998 during LCS, the bar is absent and is occupied by a cafe called Greasy Fingers Cafe. Okay, but there you go. That didn't go as bad as I thought. All right, good. Continuing around. Looks like some ramps, and I don't know what this business is in here. We'll keep looking. Got some nice lights on the inside of this one. Let's say Body Bud Geezer. Is that supposed to be like Budweiser? Bud Geezer? And kind of like a palm tree type look on the neon signs in there. I don't know why they're not open at 2 in the afternoon. Should be. What does it say up here? Anything? Big Al's Liquor. Another inappropriate sounding name. Let's take a look. Big Al's Liquor. This is the only instance of the store. It appears in 3 and LCS. And I'll just throw in there that Big Al is the nickname of the mascot of the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Big Al, the elephant. Okay, continuing around. Let's see, so we saw that sign already. Then the Bloody Choppers Live. Yikes. Okay, what is this sign here? I can't tell. Does that say Vein? V-E-I-N? I'm not sure. Really hard to make out. And then signs that we've seen before. Okay, cool. Then we've got this not just triple X, but quadruple X signage. Oh, the Marquee. That's the name of the white lit up structure. Marquee. Okay, some posters that we've already seen. And then coming down to the main attraction is Luigi's Club. And I say it's the main attraction because he's our first boss. But before we get to Luigi, Monica's Finest Cigars, Quality Cubans. Let's take a look and see. No, I don't see anything here about this store in the wiki. That's too bad, Monica. Sorry. Okay, coming over here to Luigi's Girls, Girls, Girls. You got the bunny ears and the bunny tails. Sex Club, Sex Club, Sex Club. And then a big billboard up there. Actually, we'll take a look. I think we can just walk up there. Mean Street's Taxi is taxis being advertised. That's just all the way at the end of this road and then on the right. And then some more posters that we've seen. And then this Bad Fellas poster. I guess this is a good enough time to talk about the Bad Fellas poster. Okay, from the wiki. Bad Fellas is a movie advertisement found in GTA 3 and Vice City and San Andreas, and it's mentioned in advance. It appears on a poster in the red light district of Portland, and in Vice City it's at the Interglobal Films studio, and it can be vaguely seen in the introduction of San Andreas. The characters on the poster are from left to right early beta renders of Salvatore Leone, Luigi Gottarelli, Maria Lattori, 8-Ball, Joey Leone, and Tony Cipriani. Right. And so Bad Fellas is an obvious reference to the 1990 movie Goodfellas, which includes Ray Liotta, who voiced Tommy Vercetti in Vice City, and also also Debbie Mazar, who voices Maria here, was in Goodfellas as Sandy. Frank Vincent, who voices Salvatore here, appears in Goodfellas as Billy Batts, and Samuel L. Jackson, who voices Frank Tenpenny in San Andreas, also appears in Goodfellas as Stack Edwards. So before we read about Luigi's, let's just keep walking around. So handwritten sign here, deliveries. I think we can jump through this and not start the first mission of this game. Okay, so just looking around here, we're going to have a mission involving Salvatore late in the Portland missions, where he comes out of this particular door here. Otherwise, Luigi and his bodyguard, like Mickey Hamfist, both come out of this door for all the Luigi missions, which all start right there. So we've got, looks like, I don't know, some milk crates, maybe some recycling bins, I don't know. But how do you get in and out of this gated off area? Okay, some graffiti here that I can't read. Some graffiti over here, G-R-A-P-U. I don't know what that last letter is. Okay, walking up the stairs, there's gonna be 2 hidden packages up here. So there's one of them. Oh, I think I just realized that this white thing is the top of the bunny ears for one of these, there's 2 girls on the promenade. Okay, and then I'm going to walk off here, and then we can take a much closer look at this massive, I guess this is a movie that we saw advertised over at the Meowch Sex Kitten, and then 2 more billboards that we also saw over at the Sex Kitten. Okay, good. And then over here is another hidden package way up here on the corner. And this gives us like a nice view of kind of the southern border road of red light. All right, very good. Let's continue back down. Still don't know what these kinds of structures are like. They definitely, like, they have to hold some kind of liquid of some kind, right? It's got some stuff written on the side, but darned if I know what it says. Okay, let's continue down here. So nothing much to see on this little platform. And the sign up here, fire exit, keep clear. You betcha. Okay, so let's read. It's kind of obnoxious, all those flashing lights. Get them off in the distance here. Okay, so let's read from the wiki, from the GTA 3 website. Gottarelli is known to have links to the Leone crime family, who are believed to use the place as one of many money laundering enterprises in this city. Luigi's Sex Club 7 is a strip club and dance club. This is the only appearance of This is the only branch, and it appears here and in LCS. It was owned by the Sindaco family, appearing as Paulie's Review Bar, I guess in Liberty City Stories. But in 2001, it's owned by Luigi Gottarelli, with Mickey Hamfist and Curly Bob working at the club. Oh, right, like a later mission, you have to either pick up Curly Bob in a taxi right there in front of the club, or you have to follow him in a taxi. Follow him while he's in another taxi. The club is also a nightclub and hosts trance music DJs during the weekends, as announced by DJ Andy on Lips 106. The name of the club is a parody of S Club 7, a British pop group that was around between 1998 and 2003. So again, this is Sex Club 7, Luigi's Sex Club 7, compared to S Club 7. The club's appearance in San Andreas during the short film The Introduction is a chronological error, as in 1998, which is the setting for Liberty City Stories, the club is known as Paulie's Review Bar. While shown in the introduction in 1992, it's still known as Sex Club 7. The reason for this is Liberty City Stories was developed after San Andreas. Okay, so this appears in a bunch of missions. Luigi's Sex Club 7 appears in a bunch of missions in GTA 3. Give Me Liberty and Luigi's Girls, which are the opening 2 missions, and then Don't Spank My Bitch Up and Drive Misty for Me and Pump Action Pick and the Pimp and the Fuzzball. Those are all the Luigi missions. Then there's a Joey mission called Salvatore's Call to Meeting, where you have to pick up Luigi right here in front of his club. And then Cutting the Grass, I mentioned, where you got to pick up Curly Bob or follow him. And then Sayonara Salvatore, where Salvatore comes out the back of Luigi's club. And the club is also featured in a bunch of movies in LCS. Looks like, let's see, 4 here, 8, maybe 11 missions in LCS. The strippers in the logo of Luigi's Sex Club resemble the famous Playboy bunnies. And then on... let's see, on Lips 106, during the beginning of the song Feels Like I Just Can't Take No More, Andy, I guess that's the DJ, refers to the bar twice as Sex Club 7, where she claims they will be having a trance music party, and then as Luigi's bar, where she claims there will be an all-night jazz feast. Cool, cool. Okay, so that is Luigi's Sex Club 7. And I think that brings everything to my left to conclusion, and we've already done this block here to my right, so how about we take a look over here. Cheap Thrills, adult toys for you and her. What if the person shopping is a her and wants to get for her man? Okay, and then it says up here, what is this, something peep? I can't tell what word is above peep. Okay, let's take a look at Cheap Thrills in the wiki. I'm sure it's going to be perfectly clean and wholesome. Cheap Thrills is an adult toy shop located in GTA 3 here in the Red Light District. The shop was previously called, in Liberty City Stories, was previously called Stroker Park. Stroker Park. Alrighty, moving on. The Body Shop. I see what you did there, like the body shop, like an auto repair shop, but here, Body. The Body Shop. Okay, the wiki says that this is an adult business located only in GTA 3. The name is possibly a spoof of The Body Shop. Oh, maybe not just an auto body shop, but like The Body Shop is a store. Oh, right, I forgot about this. Body Shop is a British cosmetics, skincare, and perfume company, The Body Shop. Okay, and in Liberty City Stories, it's called Body Bags, kind of like body bags for corpses. Okay, moving on here. Let's skip this alleyway. We'll just keep going. What is this? Executive relief. Can't handle it anymore. Let us take you in hand. Oh my goodness, gang. What am I doing with my life? Okay, Executive Relief is an adult shop in Red Light only in GTA 3. It sells sex toys, magazines, tapes, and DVDs. The store is open 24 hours and a little song can be heard inside the store. Verification needed. In Liberty City Stories, this location was a strip club named Single Bills. Single Bills. Okay, so nothing on this side for this store. I think we've seen all the signs there. Okay, and continuing on here, what's this say? John Holmes property for sale. Again, a phone number with 1 digit too many. What is the deal with these phone numbers here? Okay, maybe more apartment buildings here. Boarded up windows. Continuing around here, what is this? Oh, this is John Holmes. Oh, it's just another rental sign. This says Peepland, Playland, gifts, video booths, the best in something. DVD headquarters, adult, non-adult. What does it say? Videos, magazines, novelties. Okay. All right, and then over here looks like the same kind of sign, but it is for sale. So Peepland not doing well apparently. And the wiki says this appears only in GTA 3. It likely sells pornography and/or sex toys. The business is absent in LCS. As of 2001, the business has been put up for lease by John Holmes. It may have moved site or gone out of business. However, the player can still see items in the windows. Right. Peepland was a real sex shop located on 42nd Street in Manhattan, New York, until it was demolished in 2002. Okay, and then John Holmes here has a link, so we got to click on that. John Holmes is a real estate company in GTA 3 and Vice City. The company's location is unknown, but in Vice City, it has a property for sale in Washington Beach. And in GTA 3 has nearly all of the Cedar Grove single-family homes for sale. So I guess we'll see his name a bunch on some signs over in on Shoreside Vale. Company's phone number is the same in Vice City and Liberty City. That's cool that the programmers figured that out. The name of the company is a reference to the late famous porn actor John Holmes, Holmes, slightly different spelling. I'm not going to click on that link. We're just going to move right along. Okay, so here's the alley that we skipped before, but doesn't look like there's much of anything to do in here. And then continuing on over here, we get to the pay and spray. Excellent, excellent. So what does all this say here? Test center, while you wait testing, same day service and repairs, brakes, clutches, engines, gear, what does that say? Gear somethings, gearboxes, tires, exhausts, something welding, chassis welding, car valeting service, AC repair, and then something crossed off, damage specialists, free insurance estimates. How do they do all this? They just have one room and no employees. Panel beating, spray repairs, full vehicle resprays, competitive prices, body kits fitted, used car sales. Where are they doing all this business? There's nothing here. Okay, and then this is the same sign, the top sign again. And there you go, $1,000. Okay, so there's just too much to read on the wiki about the pay and spray, but I think you know the main function. It reduces your wanted level, it repairs your vehicle, and changes the color of the vehicle, although some vehicles don't change color when you bring them in here. And some vehicles, especially the emergency ones, cannot be sprayed. There's one pay and spray on each of the 3 islands here in GTA 3, and the pay and spray is quite consistent, appearing throughout the GTA series. Okay, so I think that is like all the blocks that there are here in red light, and we've already tackled like these apartment buildings and stuff to my left. We'll read just a tiny bit more here from the wiki about red light in general. In 2001, the setting of GTA 3, the Leone family has strong control over this region. There are many strip clubs, adult stores, pimps, and prostitutes. Luigi's Sex Club 7, a Leone-controlled adult business, which was earlier Polly's Review Bar, is the perfect place for trance music, according to Lips 106. During the events of GTA 3, Claude and 8-Ball escape to a small apartment in Red Light District after the attacks on the Callahan Bridge, and it becomes Claude's safe house for the rest of the game. So here we've got our collision-free taxi, and the first thing I want to show you is an oddity I discovered when I drive into ammunition from any direction. It's going to teleport my taxi to a standard orientation. So here we go. The game knows what to do when you arrive inside ammunition in a car. It just plops you right there. And then when you get out, even though I didn't drive out in this direction, it plopped me into a standard spot. And so if I drive out backwards, it plops me again into a standard spot. Okay, so here we are again on the main north-south road, and it is possible to kind of drive like into some of these storefronts here. You'll see there's nothing going on the inside. We can just see the the kind of reverse images, the mirror images of the signs here to our right, and then coming out here in Chinatown. Okay, so here we are kind of jittering our way into the building with the package in it, and the next building here surprisingly has, looks like no floor, but it's solid on the inside. That's pretty cool. And then the next building as well. Oh, this is not a building. This is the alley between. And then the next building has, again, well, it looks like no floor, but I can still drive inside of it. And then in here, I was wondering what this, sorry for the camera, it's terrible. I was wondering what this this kind of structure was hanging out on the outside, and it's nothing, doesn't even have a back, right? This is, I'm now in the interior of this building. Okay, and then downhill, oh yeah, all solid here, that's pretty cool. And then we just go right out. So I guess they just took this grass here that they already had, and they just extended it inside of this building. Okay, so if you ever wanted to see the inside of the Meowch Sex Kitten Club, this is your time to shine. So here we go, all of these buildings here. Oh, look, there's a, you can see the subway going underground. That's pretty cool. And then it waits there for the standard 10 seconds or so, and then it should take off. So this is the Chinatown / red light subway that we just saw there. Okay, and then we can go inside this other room here. See if we can go to first person. Yeah, there's not much to see here, just inside. Yeah, okay. And then you can see the backs of some of these storefronts here on our right-hand side. Yep, everything on sale at the video store. And then in here, don't even know which business we're in anymore. Oh, we're now in, we're like outside. This is like the entrance to the Meowch Sex Kitten Club. So here it is. I'll change the camera angle a little bit. And again, you can see the the mirror image of the tattoo in Cigar Place. What's with this color here? This light yellowish thing. Strange. Okay, and then, so this is now, I'm looking to my left, so this is Chinatown. So Birthday Suit we haven't seen yet. We've only seen these apartment buildings to our right. But it all has hit detection, and then you end up right back out on the main road. Okay, so if you ever wanted to see the inside of Luigi's Sex Club 7, I got bad news for you. It's really hard to do anything in here, but these kind of funny white and blue tiles, they are solid just briefly on the other side. So I'll change to my first person perspective. Oh, we're falling through everything here. Sorry about that. Let's try this again, shall we? So just trying to stay on these blocks here. Okay, so there is about all I can show you, because I think if I go any further ahead into Joey's Sex Club, we fall into the ground, and any further to the right, I think we fall into the ground as well. Blue Hell, I should say. Okay, and then across the street, we've got, there's the entrance right over here, Woody's Topless Bar. What do you have for us? Upside down and falling. That was thrilling. So here we are outside of Big Al's Liquors, and if I look to my left, then I can show you the thing that I think I read correctly when I was outside. It's supposed to be a parody of Budweiser beer, but this is Bud Geezer. Geezer like an old person. Bud Geezer with the palm tree stuff. And the last thing I'll share in this St. Mark's video is a quick look inside of our safe house. I actually showed this in another video. I don't know if it's earlier in this series or coming, but I just figured this would be a good time to take a quick peek inside of our safe house. So there we go. We got the bed, we got the TV, we got a box, some Tropical Paradise Getaway poster there. And then on the left-hand side, there's a stove and an oven, microwave, and surprisingly a dishwasher. Beautiful. Claude is living it up and upside down. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.